Okay, so completed the step of adding in some color, green and aqua, kind of alternated. The colors do blend in with each other, but in the grand scheme of things it will make a bit of difference. The next step is to now actually focus on some of, well not some, but to like focus on the shadow area, and as a nice blender for both, you know, blending color for both the green and the aqua, I'm going to use purple. I'm going to use this Prit Kids Art purple. I don't have an equivalent in my 24 Crayola set. And we're going to go in here and add in the shadow color. Don't be scared to add in the dark color. That's one thing that I can say to you. It really pops everything off the page if you add in the shadow. So going to go around and do that. Don't overcolor the area. You really just want to kind of over here, for example, find where it really is and start blending the darker lines into your coloring. Don't think about it too much, just follow the clues. It feels like a treasure hunt for me, like a puzzle going around. There you can see already, just by adding in that definition, it starts to make things look like there's a bit of depth to it. So we're going to go around and do all of that. Don't be in a hurry. I find sometimes we can be, you know, wanting to get things done a little bit quick. Take your time, get it done nicely. There's no hurry. Also, as at this stage now, as you know, we're adding in, this is kind of like the third layer, I suppose. It also gives you an opportunity to maybe like just fix some of the imperfections from, you know, your previous layers. Tidy up the lines a bit, and if you've missed somewhere you can work it in. You want to just really blend the colour in quite nicely. Over here the line is darker over there, so I'm putting more dark, and as we go up it gets lighter, the line gets lighter, so I just follow what Bennett has so kindly popped in there to make it all so easy. I don't know if this is like watching paint dry, probably is, but as we go along, you can see already, if you compare this side to that side, by just adding in the dark, how it starts to kind of bring the whole thing alive. So I'm going to work my way through all of this. Also, with adding in this dark color, don't, you know, seriously, don't get hung up on trying to, there's no perfect shape or perfect way that it's got to look. You want to get in there, put some of the darker color in, blend it. I think quite an important thing as well when you're coloring is to be able to step away a little bit from your coloring. So at this, you know, at this angle over here, you really are in a kind of complete micro view, and if you take things a little bit away from you, you can start to see that overall, you know, things are going to take shape in a way that looks different from when you're looking at one little tiny thing in isolation. People are a bit scared that they're going to mess things up. Don't be. Just keep going. That's one of the things that I've learned from colouring, was really just to push through and to, you know, just know that things do look different when you're working with them and when you actually get to be finished. And as much as I do like to try and keep things, you know, on the same, this side and that side, it's never going to be exactly the same, and that's really great because of that irregularity. that starts to make it interesting. It looks alive. You don't want it perfect. It's really not what you want. These little dark spots here. And as you can see, I'm really just working in the sections where we've already coloured, leaving the light areas where all the yellow is. Even just a tiny little bit of colour, like really, you know, that tiny little bit of detail, that really just makes a difference in the grand scheme of things. You know, over here, just popping that in a little bit like that, gently, kind of creates that little bit of shadow that we need there, a bit of definition. I think we're done with that. So with all the, you know, purple in there, it really blends beautifully with both the green and with the aqua color. And we now have, okay, so we're going to leave that there, and we've got one final step to do, which when you've done this, we'll catch up then.